Hello, I'm Michael Schachter, and welcome to another episode of Allot 360. It's a pleasure today to be hosting Tomer Egozi, the Global Vice President of Allot Enterprise Sales.
Hi, Michael.
Welcome, Tomer. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and the enterprise business at Allot?
Yes, thank you, Michael. I'm leading the enterprise business in Allot for the past 4 years now. We grew the business, almost doubled it in the last 4 years, and we're looking forward to keep on growing.
So that sounds great. And we all know that digital transformation processes is one of the big, hype phrases in today's industry and the enterprise specifically. And so what does that mean for the Allot enterprise business?
So we've seen this digital transformation getting faster and faster in the past 2 years. Because of the pandemic, a lot of our customers had to move their services and provide online services, actually, if it's the public sector, if it's banks, if it's universities and higher education. We've seen they're now providing online services and moving most of their services to be digitally, and we can help them with that.
So digital transformation is one of the big buzz terms that's out there in the enterprise world. What would you say, from what we hear from our customers, what are, let's say, the 3 top issues that they're confronting and that we can help them with?
In the past 2 years, we've seen this digital transformation accelerated more and more. And we've seen, you asked about the top 3 issues that they have today. We've seen a lot of our customers start providing online services that they haven't before. We've started seeing them now moving, changing their infrastructure to be what we call hybrid cloud. Some of the infrastructure moved to the cloud, some of the infrastructure or services are provided on premise. And the third is also that also expose them more to DDoS attacks and more interfaces that can be attacked now.
So that makes sense. I mean, we've all been working from home, interacting with various enterprises in our daily lives remotely, trying to get work done, whether it's on Zoom or Teams or whatever. What is it that Allot can do to help all of these enterprises, and what are the specific enterprise areas that we're focusing on?
So our solution to enterprise customers is to assure the delivery of their mission critical applications. And take, for example, universities that we all have seen that they had to provide online lessons to their students. And when you think about it, it's not just to guarantee the bandwidth of each one downloading the session, but most important is for their lecturers that they sit on premise of the university to guarantee the upload. So the quality of the lesson will be also guaranteed. And we guarantee not only the bandwidth, but also the number of connections, also protect the application, the critical application, for not being harmed by DDoS attacks and things like that. And we do that also with government. We do this also with banks that start providing online services. And we make sure that we guarantee the quality of experience for these online services.
So this is great. It sounds like we really do have a lot to offer for these different verticals. I'm sure we're not the only player out there, and we've all heard the story about Broadcom and the end of life. Where does that stand, and what's happening there?
So 2 years ago, when Broadcom announced the end of life of the packet shaper product, they signed a contract with us to recommend us as the replacement for the packet shaper. And I have to say that in the past 2 years, we replaced the packet shaper for more than $20 million worldwide. And we've seen more and more opportunities like that. We don't see a lot of direct competition in that assuring the delivery of mission critical applications. Yes, there are SD-WAN vendors out there. Yes, there are next generation firewalls that they all claim to have the layer 7 classification, which is true, and they have very good reporting. But they are not focused on delivery and assurance of delivery of these mission critical applications. We are the only one that's focused only on the mission critical applications. We are the only one that not only can guarantee the bandwidth of this critical application, but also to guarantee minimum amount of connections, that each user will have the best quality of experience. We want to make sure that nobody is abusing this system and limit the other non-critical applications. And most of all, we also protect this critical application by protecting the service from DDoS attacks.
So we're different than the SD-WANs. We have a unique offering with a set of abilities and value that we bring to the customer. And you mentioned the Broadcom end of life, but They recently extended their service agreement. So is that a problem for us?
Yeah, so I'm laughing because, that reminds me the song of a singer that called "It's My Party and I Cry If I Want to." And I'm laughing because at the end of the day, the IT manager that decides to renew an end-of-life product will cry eventually because something will happen, and it always happens. It might happen within a month, within 6 months, within a year, 2 years, but something then will happen. And to trust an end-of-life product that you can just replace the hardware, in my opinion, it's a risk. It's a risk they cannot afford. And that's why we're saying when we are talking about the mission critical applications, the IT manager cannot afford to take that huge risk. So I'm calling them, come, don't cry, come to us, talk to us, we'll find the right commercial terms for you to do this replacement as soon as possible, rather than you taking a risk with continuing support of an end-of-life product that will not be able to support you if something happened on your network.
Okay, well, thank you, Tomer. It sounds like there's a targeted solution for a targeted market. And thank you all for taking part in another episode of Allot 360. And we look forward to seeing you at the next episode.